bareMinerals Complexion Rescue Concealer, as you can see, I gave a few shades a very good go, and I'm glad I did, because I now want to try the Complexion Rescue Tinted Moisturiser because I'm so impressed with this concealer. I prefer cream products to conceal, highlight and contour. Because there's so many shades in this range, I was able to get the full 3 so I could work on a Complexion Rescue routine. And I remember coming into the office one day and I had a full face of it on, and people didn't believe that I managed to get that much coverage out of this product. But it's just a testament to, if you pick the right shade, the coverage will be there for you. Sometimes the shade can make you feel like it's not the right coverage, but it's just the shade. This is a great all-over concealer, but I'll be honest, it's actually made for your under eyes. It's clinically proven to, in 2 weeks, reduce puffiness, which is so cool. For my under eyes, I picked the shades Fair Opal and Fair Vanilla. One's got more of a pinky tone and one's got more of a yellow tone. So you can see, hopefully, that one is just a bit more pink and one is a bit more yellow. And I found the yellowy tone work for me, which is the vanilla, to help really brighten. It also just colour corrects a little bit of the sallowness around my eyes, which I love. One thing I found is, if I was going out in the night, I'd pack it on with a brush and I'd get better coverage. Whereas if I was going to work in the day, using my fingers, it just melts in as a mousse-like texture. It's technically categorised as a liquid concealer, but it's more of a mousse. Think Dream Matte Mousse, but a little bit more melty. I then went for Light Bamboo, which is actually my skin colour. So that I was able to use more on spots, on any pigmentation. I also had a chemical burn as well. And it didn't irritate, it didn't sting. Basically, opticians have tested it and it's safer around the eyes. My eyes stream a lot when I wear quite perfumed or heavy makeup. And as it's the bareMinerals product, it's a clean formula and it didn't make my eyes sting or run because it's fragrance free. And I've been using a retinol eye cream, and it's really important that you use an SPF when you use retinol. This is a mineral SPF 25. Don't get me wrong, I'd love it to be a little bit more. However, it was great to know that I was protecting my eyes after using retinol with this concealer as well. As they've swatched on my hand, I can just feel how cooling the formula is. I really like them. And then finally, I went for Deep Sienna and the Mahogany to contour, and the Mahogany was way too light. So Deep Sienna is the perfect one for me to contour. It's almost got that kind of like dusty undertone as well to make it look really natural. Hopefully you can see the coverage as well that it gives. Again, I'm wearing them today. I've contoured with them, I've highlighted with them, and it's going to be a staple in my skincare.
I've loved it. I've loved that the texture is really different to anything else I've got in my routine. It's more moussey, whereas everything else I've got is quite either liquidy or just very lightweight. So I feel like with this one, I've been using less because it's got that moussey texture that is a bit thicker. So I feel like when I'm patting it on, I'm getting better coverage. So I have been setting it with a pressed powder. Underneath my eyes, I've been using it mostly, but I have been spot concealing if I've had spots, which I have this month, which has been very annoying. It happens to the best of us. I've been using shade Light Bamboo, and I found that was worked really well, both underneath my eyes and also on my face as well. I literally have got no bad words to say about it. I've really enjoyed it, mostly for the texture, also for the fact that it's bareMinerals, it's vegan, so I know it's good for my skin as well. And yeah, just all around really lovely concealer that I'm using both day and night, and really buildable as well to build coverage for the evening.
I have liked using this. I have found myself gravitating mostly towards it on days when I'm actually not wearing any foundation or any other makeup. If I'm having a really natural day, but I maybe just want to highlight under the eye area a little bit or calm down the appearance of a spot, this has been my go-to for that. So rather than pairing with other foundations or other base makeup, it's super natural and just gives you that like healthy looking boost. The texture is quite moussey, which results in quite a high coverage. So that means you end up not needing to wear it with other products. It does the job by itself.
I thought that the Complexion Rescue Concealer is great for days that you want to wear a bit of makeup but you don't want like a full face. It's really lightweight, but it does provide some coverage, and I found that you could like layer it without it getting too cakey if you wanted like a bit more. My favourite way to apply it was with a brush. I didn't feel like I got enough coverage with the sponge, but I could blend it out quite nicely with a brush. With regards to skincare benefits, I didn't see any depuffing, but it definitely brightens and hydrates. I really like the shade deep sienna for like a cream contour. It looks really natural, but it blends in really nicely into your cheeks. I think will keep using it, but I'll save it for days that I'm wearing less makeup, just because day to day I like to wear like a full coverage concealer because I have dark under eyes.
I've really been enjoying trying this out and giving it a go. It wasn't exactly what I was hoping for, but it does still have its merits. So the texture in general, concealers that I'm used to using are a lot more paint, I guess, so they really cover. They have a very high coverage. This has quite a low coverage for me, so it's just like using more skincare than anything else, which I guess it is a skincaring concealer. The texture is very moussey, which again, it doesn't quite have the full coverage that I'd be looking for. It didn't really cover any spots. However, on the merit side of things, I was using it for its SPF factor, which I really enjoyed. I was using it particularly as I've been trying retinol recently, and I need that extra coverage of the concealer particularly when I'm going outside and around the sunshine. So I was using this just in particular around my eye area, just to give it that extra layer, that extra coverage, and also just making it look a little bit more seamless as well.
Yeah, I really enjoyed using these two. I already used the Complexion Rescue. I've got that on today with these. But I think as well, like I would only use them if I'm looking for a more natural coverage. But because I have very dark circles, I needed a little bit of extra help. Although I will say it is very buildable. So definitely keep using them. They're very natural and fresh looking. But if I was looking for a little bit more coverage, I'd probably opt for something else. I really like it. It's like super hydrating, like really soft, like doesn't really settle in fine lines. It's just really comfortable to wear on the eye area. Yeah, no, I did really enjoy using it. It's very comfortable to wear and nourishing at the same time.